Good morning, everyone. Sorry for a bit of the delay. I think I tried to post something onto the Facebook to let you guys know, hey, I'd taken a phone call that was going a little bit over. But here we are. Happy day, not happy Friday, happy Thursday, happy whatever day, happy day. Happy day to be here. At least that's how I'm feeling about the day. How are you all feeling? Welcome. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our home yoga practice live. Getting into how to do this thing at home and how to be comfortable in the skin we're in and feel expression in our yoga practice. So, yoga is more than just moving and being in poses, more than exercise and treating this vessel, in a healthy way, but also a way of connecting to our heart and our thoughts and having everything together as a whole unit, acknowledging when something feels good, acknowledging when something feels hard, difficult, sad, rather than, oh, now is not the time for whatever, right? Today, I'd like to bring in a little bit of joy. I think that we feel like emotions and how we feel are zero sum, right? Like if I've got one thing, I can't feel the other. No, I can feel the joy. So let's bring the joy. Let's just bring the joy of, hey, I'm still here. I'm here on this planet doing the best I can. Want to thank this body. Remember to smile. I'm goofy, so I'm always saying all kinds of goofy things. So take it with a grain of salt if you like. Let's come on in, and we're going to move today and connect into the things that make us feel fun. How about that? Just fun. Maybe it doesn't feel good, but just fun. All right. I'm going to start in a seated space. I'm going to move this mat back a little bit so that we can all see. And let me know if you have any problems hearing. Hang on, I'm trying to turn on devices all at the same time. All right. Good morning. Feel free to say hello if you're joining us. Here we go. Let me know if there's any kind of poses or anything that you want to work on, or anything in particular that makes you feel like you're having fun and joyous. Arriving in your space, in your home, your workplace, wherever you're taking this moment for yourself. And feel something about your body that you're enjoying feeling. Maybe it's just being able to feel temperature on your skin. Feeling the breath in your body. Feeling your mind. And a mind that can think, right? So just some gratitude for a mind that's working. And just acknowledge that that mind resides inside of the skin, the flesh, the bones, the nerves, the organs. And that my thoughts affect all of those parts. And that those body parts affect my thoughts. Neither in charge of the other. Good. I'm going to find a little bit of a twist. Oh. And release, finding another twist. Coming back to center. I'm going to bring one arm down onto one side and invite a side bend. Just waking up, sideways moving. And bringing myself up and coming over to the other side. Sometimes some of these body shapes make me start to think about, hey, when is the last time my body has been in this shape? Could I imagine, I've got that short person syndrome when it comes to basketball. So, could I have made a dunk over somebody in this way? It's the last time my body has had to be in a shape in this way on purpose. I wish, right? Breathing in, exhale, hands to prayer. How do you bring a smile into your own practice, into your own movement on your mat? I'm going to bring the bottoms of my feet together, sitting up tall and invite a few neck rotations. And I know sometimes this feels like it needs to be a real serious-minded thing. And it doesn't have to be. It could just be a silly thing. That's why I love practicing with kids, reminding us that we can just do something, maybe make a funny sound while we're doing it. Or it can be quiet and still. And it can still be full of joy in the quiet and still. Maybe smile while we're doing it, change direction. And already, how does this attitude of gratitude, this joy that we bring into it, how is it affecting how you're moving and how you're thinking right now? Coming to center, I'm going to round the spine. Good morning. Is that my good friend Gaia? And breathe in and lift the chest and round. And lift, and I'm just going to come forward. Oh, feel what's going on here. Ooh. And roll the spine up. Good. I'm going to bring one of my feet, so this is my right one. I've only got two. I'm going to thread the fingers in between the toes. And just feel those toes. Maybe this doesn't feel like joy to some of us. That's okay. But some of y'all know, I once had a partner for 11 years who had one leg. And so I've often been really keenly aware of okay, I want to send some gratitude that I have toes right here that can feel this sensation. And I don't want to wait to not have this limb for me to appreciate and crave, wanting to feel my finger knuckles smashing up inside of my toe knuckles with gratitude. I'm going to point and flex. Really appreciate all of the nuance that I'm feeling inside of it. Maybe look at those toes and think of all the fun things that we get to do with toes. That's not just reserved for the kids. We can have fun things that we do with toes. Or did we just abandon that and say, oh, only kids can do fun toe things? I'm going to ankle rotation, feeling that mobility in this ankle. Changing direction. I think it's fun to kind of look at all of the bones that are in this ankle and look at the miracle of the construction of the human foot and ankle. And we're going to release that and then massage that foot. Maybe wake it up. If anything, it really brightens our attitude. And I'm going to change. Ooh, hello, feet. And then flex the toes. Ooh. And just feel this leg. Feel this foot. Really listening to what's going on in between each toe. Because it's worthy of my attention. I'm going to flex it down, flex it forward. And then rotations. Noticing how this ankle is moving. I'm noticing even the creases in my skin. Ooh, look what's going on in that. It's really interesting to see years and age start to show up in flesh and skin. And just go, oh, that's what this skin that's been covering me this whole time, that's what it looks like now. And wow, awesome, resilient organ, this skin. Release those toes and massage the foot. So I'm just making suggestions about perspective that we can have and maybe bring some joy and some appreciation, that attitude of gratitude. Oh, thank you, foot, ankle. Even my toes are feeling a little cold, but I'm grateful to even be able to feel the cold, feel the distinction of what's going on from my foot to my hands. And I'm going to wake that up. All right, I'm going to lengthen those legs out, shaking it up, just vibrating, coming alive in my nerves. Point and flex. And breathe in and lift the chest up, looking up. Exhale, calming forward. Oh, feeling my body's willingness and ability to fold, stretch, yield. Feeling the proximity of my face with my legs. How close I can be to the limbs that carry me on my journey the most. I'm going to roll that spine up. I'm going to go in reverse now into a tabletop, bringing my feet down, hands behind me, and lift. Now, if you just want to play, all right, who knows, right? We could walk it forward, just say, what? And just notice, like, how does that feel? How's it feel on your back? How's it feel on your wrists? Not to do it perfectly. Maybe can you remember being playful to just say, oh, I could walk this way. Good. Breathe in and lower the hips down, bottoms of the feet together. Come forward. And there's something about this Baddha Konasana that just brings me joy. It just makes me feel open, makes me feel a lot of feelings in the hips and the thighs, very alive in those regions of the body, and it feels good to me, all right? You make adjustments for what doesn't feel good for you, but invite the joy, the playfulness. I'm going to reach my left arm out, bring the right hand to the back, and twist. I'm pushing this arm down, twisting, revolving. Maybe not much is moving, but I am feeling the flesh and feeling the bones. I feel that spiral. And release, right arm forward, left hand behind you, and twist. And maybe you're like, what pose is this? Is Belinda making stuff up? Well, guess what? Somebody made up each pose. Breathe in, breathe out. How am I connecting with my mind, my breath, into this body in this shape? What ease and steadiness, curiosity, and gratitude can I bring? And release and bring those arms out in front of you, rolling the spine up. I'm going to grab a hold of these big toes. Feel the connection. Feel that my brain sent a signal to my hands, to my feet, and they all responded. What an amazing miracle. I'm going to lift one leg and lift the other. And just breathe. Now, for some of us, we might feel like, well, I'm not doing much. But there's so much going on. Do you imagine that the muscles in your back are not doing anything? Let's not take it for granted. Let's give it some attention. How about the flexibility in the hips and the knees to pull those legs up? How about the playfulness and the balance? You are sitting upright against gravity, hopefully, unless you've already rolled back. And then bring yourself back up if you did. Hopefully you laughed. And maybe straighten one leg and the other leg. Back and forth. I'm actually going to hold the soles of my feet here because I can. And I feel the backs of my legs here. And then what might happen? A little bit of joy, a little bit of fun, a little bit of breathing, a little bit of silliness. Don't make it look like mine. Maybe this is your straight leg. Who knew this is what I would be doing this morning when I woke up? I didn't. That's a wonderful surprise of life. I'm going to release those feet, cross the ankles, place the palms, stepping back to plank. Now something's changed. Maybe we got into that serious mindset again. And lift the hips up, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to spread the toes. Maybe remember doing those toe exercises, stretching it out. How alive do those feet and toes feel now? Breathing in. Exhale. I'm going to bring the left knee down, spin the right foot flat, and then turn the chest sideways as I lift that right arm. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand down, right knee down, and switch. Left leg back. Flip that foot flat and thrust the hips. I just felt my hips crack. I did feel a little crickety in it, but it was a fun little sound. And bring the left hand down, right knee down. Tuck the left knee, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Eyes open. What are we appreciating about our awareness, about being able to see the world upside down? Even if it feels a little silly, can we enjoy the silliness? Good. Inhale. Exhale. Step the feet up in between the hands. Rolling that spine up. And I'm just going to ring the gong. And just let those arms, work the spine. A little carefree. What does carefree feel like? How long are we going to do it? I don't know. What should this look like? What should it feel like? I don't know. What are you feeling? Can we free ourselves of an expectation? And when we let go of that expectation, does that release some space for joy, for fun, for play? Play yoga. And then I'm going to release those arms. And bend the knees, sink the butt back, lift the chest. All right, that might feel like, okay, that's a game changer. That can't be fun. What? Sitting in chair can be absolute fun, right? We could work the hips. We could twist. Whoop, fall back on my heels. You could twist. You could do all kinds of fun things. You could sink it down and thank those legs, thank the feet, thank those shin muscles. Coming up to standing, breathing in and stretching. Maybe come onto the toes and lower it back down, sinking into that chair, smiling, say, wow, these legs are strong. They do so much for me. And then feel the hips, feel the core, feel the spine, feel ourselves lifting, stretching, and then sinking it back down. You know what? What the heck? I'm going to come all the way down. Now, I've got my heels down. Maybe that's not for you. But all the way down, boat. What? What did I get to feel? I got to feel so much core strength. I definitely got to feel gravity. Okay, that was no doubt, because gravity said, you want the butt to come to the floor? Here we go. Boom. All right, I'm going to wrap my arms behind the knees and just stretch and lower. You could work the neck while you're here. If we've been needing to feel patience, can we give that to ourselves here? If we've been needing to feel no pressure to do and perform, can we give that to ourselves on our mat? Nice. I'm going to cross the ankles, place the palms, step to plank, and lower down to our bellies. Breathe in. Keep the hips down, elbows bent, peeling the chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Make some kind of sound. Bring the left knee down, spin that right foot flat, bringing it up. Now, who knows? Remember, we're not trying to perfect anything. Just lift that foot. It could be an inch off the ground. It could be more than that. Well, I felt that wobble, and I just kind of went with it. I didn't have any sudden sharp movement, just went with it. Breathe. Now, maybe you want to bend that right knee. You may not want to. Maybe you just start by bending it and just see, hey, okay, I'm still here. I'm still here. And let this right hand come back. Maybe it finds the foot, ankle, pant leg. Breath. I hope you wobble. I hope you wobble. I hope you smile. I hope you laugh. I hope somebody is walking by in your house, seeing you right now, and that you're finding some joy in it. Feeling that hip, feeling some grace. Can you lighten your own load? I'm going to release that foot without snapping. Now I'm going to step this right leg all the way up to the top of the mat, keeping that left hand down. straightening that back leg. And maybe that was it, just it. That was enough fun to just go, what? How did we get from here to there? Sometimes that's just the joy, the fun, kind of bringing a twister element to our yoga practice. Inhale, sink in the hips. Both hands down, step the left leg up, rolling the spine up to standing. And breathe in. Let's reach. Exhale, forward fold. Ha. We've already moved in the body in so many different ways. We've folded, we've stretched, we've massaged, we've done some core, we've done balance, we've seen things upside down. We've already done so much of a journey in our body and hopefully brought in a perspective of joy and fun. Breathing in, lifting the chest up halfway. I'm going to step this right knee back, hands down, step that left foot back, spin it flat. Now I'm going to keep my back to you on this one. We're just going to do that same sequence on this other side. And I'm going to thrust the hips, find this sideways balancing. Maybe that hand needs to be at the hip. Maybe you're looking up as I am right now and you're seeing something in the corner and going, I need to dust that. And that's all right. And just come on back down to your mat. Looking at the real life things that happen, not trying to make them go away. I love observing and go, whoa, you got a squirrel mind today, Belinda. Oh, okay. How you doing, squirrely? But hey, squirrel, how about pay attention to this right hand, right knee as I ask this left foot to come off the earth. And my squirrel's like, what? I was going to play up there in that corner. Now you want me to focus on what? And stay as playful as we can. Maybe just bending that left knee. Maybe not. Maybe you need to bring that foot down. Here I go. I fell out of it. I'm back in it. Maybe you want to come down or up. Just explore. This is what this feels like, to try this, to feel this, to play with this. Now I'm going to take my left hand. There's a foot back here somewhere. Here it is. Grateful. That foot came in contact with the hand and I can feel it. Whoa, what an awesome human body. I can feel what's going on in that thigh, the hip. I can even feel a stretch on the left side of my neck. Ooh, breathe. Releasing without snapping. Maybe you've come out. Maybe you're getting back in it. And I'm going to see, hey, left leg. I know you're heavy. I want to bring you all the way up here, all by yourself. Ooh, right hand down, tuck the right toes, and twist. How did we get here? Ooh, just feel what's going on. Maybe you're looking down. Maybe you're looking up. I'm going to bring my left elbow to the left knee, spin the right foot flat, and come up for a side angle. Hey. Good. And bring the chest up. Oh, warrior two. All right, so your hands could be here, maybe feeling out those hips. And this is just what that feels like. That's all. And then reaching those arms out, feeling breadth and space and a willingness to be opening our heart, opening our arms to possibility. This is what invitation feels like in my body. And maybe I've been lately. I don't want to invite anything more. Like, because life is just like throwing so much at me. I got no room to invite. Yes, you do. You have room to invite joy and love, kindness, silliness. I'm going to straighten that front leg and sink it down and straighten. Now you can do one of these, two of these. You could skip and be done for the day, all right? So don't feel like, oh, I can't keep up with this, or that feels like too much, or it's not enough. Do more if you need. If you need to sink deeper, lower, do your thing, honey. Breathe and straighten. Now I'm going to spin that foot flat, and I'm going to come forward. Whoop. Did you guys hear that hip pop again? I'm just popping all over the place here today. Letting go, carefree, being upside down. Maybe remembering when we were kids and seeing things upside down, doing upside down things with one another, saying, look, doesn't this look fun? Isn't this fun? I'm going to walk it on over to the right leg and give it a hug. And walk it on over to my left leg and give it a hug. Thanking this body for its versatility, its flexibility, coming back to center, lightly bending the knees and rounding my spine up. I'm going to lift the right toes, spin on that right heel. Finding that warrior two on this side. Work it, feel it, right? This is your body, your expression. Whatever it is that you want to feel and acknowledge, just, give it some love, some acknowledgement. Feel it opening, feel it holding at the same time. I can hold things together and be open at the same time. And I can have fun while I do it. I'm going to bring the elbow to the knee. Length. That's my own achiness in that left hip, but it's a good achiness. I'm going to tuck the tailbone under, bending in that right knee. This hand could always rest here. Try a smile. See what happens in your pose when you smile. Good. I'm going to bring it back. Warrior two. Whoa. Straightening that leg. Now I'm going to spin on this foot one more time. And I'm going to come forward. And I'm going to walk it forward. And shift forward into a wide-legged plank. And take it back into a really wide-legged down dog. What? Can we just have fun? Can we play? And just shift it forward to plank. Maybe imagine being side by side with a friend or facing a friend and you're both doing it and you're looking at each other, you're laughing and shifting it forward. And you're like, you better not fall because you're going to fall on me. And it's like, okay, I got you. And I'm going to shift it forward. Breathe. Maybe come onto the tippy toes. And take it back. Down dog, wide-legged. Feel your breath. I'm going to shift forward a bit. Bring one knee down. I'm going to keep this left foot out to the side, feeling the hips. We call this gate pose or a parigraha. I got this toe coming forward. This hip's a little tight. And that's all right. I'm just going to listen to it and say, that's where you want to be today. That's where you're going to be today. Because if I keep jamming it, it starts to bark at me. And I'm not here to beat myself up. So I'm like, okay, you don't got to scream. I don't got to scream. I love you. All right. Breath in. Exhale. Gentle side bend. Not much wants to move over here today. But it actually said, but you give me a little minute. Just give me a minute. Good. And then lifting it up. I'm going to twist over that leg and come forward. Observe what feels good and just love up on it. Maybe massage. I'm massaging down this left calf because there's a tight band down the side of that calf. I can feel it in this pose. So I'm just giving it a long stroking massage. I'm going to travel my hands around out in front of me. Right hand beside this right knee. Thrusting the hips forward. And then lengthen and stretch the whole body out to the left. Shoulders away from ears. Freedom in the neck. Maybe look up. Seeing things from different vantage points. Feeling the body still has us. Is still holding us. Even though everything is different. And now I'm going to bring the hands down out in front of me. I am going to bring the very top of my head onto the mat. And I'm going to have the palms so I can see the tips of all 10 fingers. I'm going to tuck the right toes and straighten the right leg. So now both legs are straight, one still out to the side. part of my body is in down dog. The other part of my body is what? It's on my head. Breathe in, breathe out. Some of you can lift that body up. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Breathe in. If you've never done this before, don't make this the first time you ever try. Breathe out and bring yourself down. Soft landing. Oh my goodness, we're back on the earth. Coming up. Top of the head says, not meant for you to stand on me. And I said, really though? I think you can. I'm going to bring this leg in and step this leg out. Feel the hips. Parigraha. We did Surshasana in Parigraha. Headstand in Parigraha. Or just placing the head down. We didn't have to lift anything. Or maybe you tried and you rolled and you tumbled and it was a little fun. All right, I'm going to breathe in and lengthen. Feel both sides of the ribs. Get juicy in it. And left arm down. Reaching up and over. What feels freeing and opening? What feels limiting? And how do we put some kindness and some forgiveness on our own limitations? We're not coming here to force and make demands on ourselves. And lifting it up, maybe that smile, and we'll revolve and come up and over. Whoa, back of this leg really tight. I haven't done Parigraha in a red hot second, so it's talking to me. I can feel it, the attachments from the back into that upper part of the hip. And that's just me. I'm just expressing and sharing what I'm noticing going on in my body. If it helps you start to map out what's going on in yours, what you're feeling physically, and the emotional ties to what you're feeling. Emotional judgments, walking those hands around to the other side. Left hand over beside that left knee. Thrusting the hips, just bringing the chest into this nice sideways plane. And reaching, maybe looking up. I love the wonder and the playful joyfulness that I feel in this space. It feels like tumbling around out on a field as a kid. It feels inviting and playful in my whole body. Helping me find acceptance inside of my whole body. Right? Loving that extended leg, loving the hips and the groin, so exposed, so trusting. I'm going to bring my hands down out in front of me. Bring the top of my head down. And maybe we don't feel trusting. Maybe we're looking at it and going, oh my God, this feels so revealing. And how do we give some grace and some forgiveness and some love for the stuff that feels scary? I'm not saying don't feel it, all right? But how do we bring some kindness? Now you can stay right here. Top of the head down, draw the shoulders up. And just feel that. Drawing the shoulders up so that you're not bending your neck. Now I'm going to tuck my back toes and straighten that leg. And breathe. And then some of us can keep that right leg extended out, left knee bending, and the whole body comes up. Maybe not. Can you breathe? Can you talk? Can you see? Eyes open. Can you laugh? Can you smile? Can you try not to perfect a darn thing? And I'm going to bring the legs down. Bringing the knee down. Rolling it up. Bringing this leg in. Now, this might not be your idea of joy, and actually it's not my idea of joy, but there's a little bit of but you should kind of like a take your medicine, Belinda. And so because we started with those toes, I want to give my toes a little bit more attention. So I'm going to tuck these toes under, bent under here. And my feet are together. And yep, I'm setting my weight down over those heels. Woo! And we are opening up Pandora's box of feelings in all of those knuckles. of those toes. What's going on? What are you feeling? Is it creeping up here? Is it running away from there, coming all the way up here? Can we say, whoo? Now it's okay to go, whoo. It's also okay to start to notice, whoo, does my face want to make some faces? Because that serenity on your face thing, that may take like a little bit on this yoga journey. What are we exorcising out of those toes and heels and ankles? Woo, y'all, that's for real. Good. I'm going to release that. Sweep those legs out in front of me. Maybe you tried that. And I'm going to keep the legs out in front of me and lower my spine down. Eyes open, reaching the arms overhead. Big, long stretch. What's this new experience I'm having in this body right now? And am I soaking it up? All of the simplicity, all of the ease, all of the relaxation. Good. I'm going to draw the knees into the chest and send the heels up to the ceiling. Now I'm going to move a little bit over to one side. Legs up. I'm going to let them come over, legs straight and up and over. Feel the spine. Maybe see if you can keep those legs together as you go. And laugh if you can't. Laugh if you just dropped those legs over to one side. Laugh if you're like, what? To lift them back up. And just have maybe some respect for the fact that your upper body, when you're walking about, is lifting these legs all the time, and we don't think about the effort that it's taking. And when we change this into laying down on our back, we're like, whoa, this is some work. Legs carrying you around is a lot. And our legs are like, I know, I've been doing it. Breathe. Feel your spine getting to ring out. Is your spine enjoying some of this? Are your wrists enjoying some of this? What are some areas of the body that are just getting to be chilling? And can we spend time with that too? Feel the balance of the truth of this moment, the parts that are work and the parts that are ease. Perspective, equilibrium. Good. I'm going to drop the left leg, bring my hands behind the right, lift the chin up toward that leg and lower it down and switch and lift. Good. I'm going to lower that down and bring the feet down. I'm going to scooch back on over onto my mat, getting ready for a bridge. Arms down along the side, the waist, pushing down through the hips, wiggling those arms underneath of us. Maybe you don't. Maybe just keep those arms where they were. Some of us bring the hands together. Lift the chin away from the chest, protecting the back of your neck. Let your belly breathe. Eyes open. And then just see what happens if we lift one leg. Ooh, what do the arms say? What do the chest say? What's that one leg that's still on the ground having to say? Bring that foot down. Laugh out loud. Ooh, and lift the other leg. What I really can appreciate here is that for me, when I'm standing on my right leg, it feels a lot easier than me standing on my left. I'm not trying to analyze it. I'm just like, ooh, this side, really like it. And bring this foot down and lift and release the hands. Lower the spine down. Bottoms of the feet together if that's comfortable for you. Or place the legs in any kind of way that's comfortable for you. Hands resting, maybe on the body somewhere. Feel the breath coming in and out of your body. Just scan the body for something, multiple things you appreciate about your physical health, your physical capability, your organ functions, range of movement. And then scan something you appreciate about your breath health, your breath resilience and ability, range. Then scan your mind and your thoughts. For something or some things you're appreciating about your mind and your spiritual thinking, about its health, about its range, its resilience. And then appreciate how all three are intertwined, how they help one another, how they support one another, body, breath, and mind. And when you're ready, we'll gradually bring ourselves upright to a seated space. Be aware of your environment and where you are in space and time, and the truth of how you are right now in space and time. How whole you are, how at ease, how balanced, accepting and present you are. And so the heart center, Mana Eva Manushanayam Karanam Bandha Mokshayoho. Mana Eva Manushanayam Karanam Bandha Mokshayoho. If you feel bound, you are bound. And if you feel free, you're already free. Namaste. May we all carry any peace and joy and fun that we've gotten to touch into and remember that it's there. It's always right there. Maybe take that out with us, with our actions and our words and our intentions today in our interactions with one another, and spread that in the world. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this has been our home yoga practice full of some joy, some fun, and appreciation today. Please check out justbeyoga.com, or feel free to drop a little bit into the donation till paypal.me/justbeyoga. Go forth, do great things. Namaste. Good to see you, Gaia. Vanakkam. All right. Peace, everyone.